Gentlemen, welcome back to another video. My name is Striker.
My name is Luba.
Now today is not a fun video. There's going to be no joking, there's no laughing.
Maybe,
well who knows.
we're always...
There could be something which we don't know yet. But it is actually quite a serious video, and it's one that Luba and I, we discuss this subject between ourselves for quite some time now, and the moral dilemma that surrounds it. And it's something that I've had to go through. Luba's had to go through it as well in her role in with these agencies, and me as a client going through these agencies, I've had to deal with it for quite some time, and it's something I guess that's come to a head, I guess, this week, and that is putting your life on the internet. In terms of when you go to these agencies, you put yourself on YouTube, and you do it for a reason, right? You do it because you feel like you want to pay it forward, you want to pass it on, you want to encourage other men to come along, follow in your footsteps, and get out there and do it. And every single agency out there wants to put you in a video. If you've met a lady, or whatever is appealing to you at that time, they will convince you that you need to do a video to convince other guys to come over to Ukraine, and you agree to do it because you're on this big high. So I guess over the last 2 years, I've been struggling to get these videos taken down off the internet because I don't endorse any of these companies. And you also get put into these videos from events, even in thumbnails you're in, and you're not even in the video, And so people ride the coattails, I guess, of us, and that's fine, there's not much you can do about it if you're at one of those events, So, we've got clients and we've got video testimonials from our clients that have been over here, but we haven't. There is two that we did put up, and the moral dilemma really that we sort of face is something that I went through, and it was, you put yourself on the internet in good faith, and you hope that is reciprocated back by that company. But it's not always the case. Now, there's a lot of risks with doing this. Okay, I've told the story before about how I was with my girlfriend at the time, and her best friend's boyfriend, who was from the States, recognized me, and all of a sudden I'm explaining to these guys why I'm on this channel. Another one is that my ex from back in New Zealand found one of my videos I did with one of these companies, and it just turned into a hell of a mess. I asked that company to take it down. I think they took it down for a week, and then they put it back up. And they just simply didn't care how this was affecting my life. So what do you think about this before I sort of say what sort of brought this to a head this week? You've had to deal with the stuff of people saying, well, you work for that particular company. Now you're exposing, these bad parts about certain parts of the industry.
Just a lot of guys were like, when I was explaining them the situation, they were saying, oh, you have to sue them, you have to tell them to take it. And the thing is that we will get back to the main story that Striker wanted to share, but there was one story before that. There was a video online that it was before we actually started doing the videos with Striker. Somebody did on the national channel a video telling about sex tourism, about bad guys who are coming to Ukraine, and just some Turkish guys. And so literally they use Striker's footage from the channel, and whenever they find it, probably it was we call it ordered, so somebody just ordered this kind of video. And so they call him a different name, they give him different nationality, and they translate his words from English to Russian differently from actually what he was saying. Because first of all, I knew the video that he was doing and what he was saying there, and second is that the quality of the video was that bad that you can even listen, you can even hear the English words, and they translated to Ukrainian absolutely differently. He called him, again, I will repeat, not just using him as a video, but call him a different person from
it was fake.
It was Amur from Turkey, honestly, for a long time. We had this joke, and I was trying I was trying to take this video off, because honestly this is complete fake. And this is like, how effective is that they call you like a Turkish man, you know, like, and it's legit. I mean, when I say that, it's like an absurd, it's like, it doesn't make any sense. So I was trying to find, like, I heard who was the editor of this video. I was contacting the channel. I was contacting the guy who was working there. He's not working there anymore. He gave me another contact. The bottom line is that it was never taking off. Nobody cared, and nothing we can do about that. The same happening like with my video. I didn't really like try hard to like remove them. It was very uncomfortable that this videos was put on the channel after I left the company. They was using kind of like against my will, because when I needed them and I wanted, and when I was inspired to be in that company, nobody cared about me, nobody pay attention at me, and nobody. But as soon as I started doing videos with Striker, all of a sudden the video that was made in February appeared in July, and a lot of guys were saying like, Luba, why are you wearing sweater? Yeah. So this is like
I mean, and there's a lot of problems with these, right? And I'll go into a few of them at the moment, and this is some of the things that were concerning for me. But recently I've been like trying to get these taken down. And the first company I went to, the first romance tour company, they did take them down. And full credit to them. I said, look, I don't want to be involved in these videos, endorsing your company or anything like that. And they took them down. There was a little bit of back and forth, but you know, they paid respect and they said, okay, you know, fair enough. With the ones for the company Luba used to work for, like those are just a mess. Like they use me in the Instagram ads when they're advertising girls to come to their events. Which is absolutely ridiculous, because in the photo I'm with a girl who is a pro dater, so they don't care about any of that sort of stuff. You know, I don't think they even follow the channel to say, oh, Luba's on this channel, so it must be good, let's put her in all our thumbnails, because it's like we talk about, like, you know, not the best part of it. So they sort of, you know, death by association, I suppose, that company. But the one thing that really cemented it for me was this week, one of the companies that I did a few videos with, you know, and it was one I did out of good faith. He knew I had a channel at the time. He said, hey, let's do some videos together. And I said, that's fine. But now, like being in the industry, I do not endorse this company at all. And I've said, look, can you stop using me as some sort of like gateway to like get clients? So basically he was ignoring me. He was blocking me. I think he was blocking me. And I said, look, if you don't take them down, I'm going to have to like do takedowns on YouTube. So eventually I just did the takedowns because he was not going to do it. Then I get a phone call from him, and he basically threatened my life. And he said that I am part of the mafia now, which is hilarious if you know.
He, not you.
No, that he's part of the mafia, and that I'm going to basically pay for having the takedowns. Now, if you knew who this goofball was, you know that that's reasonably hilarious. But there's something that's a little bit deeper than that, and that is the fact that someone thinks that they can own your endorsement for them. Now, on the phone, when I said, look, you're crazy, like, take the videos down, I'm tired of you using me when I don't endorse your company. And there's some very good reasons for that, which I did share with him. He didn't want any part of it. So he told me that he was going to lose a lot of money not having me endorse him for his company, which to me sounds pretty sad as it is. But there's another part to that as well, right? Even if he hadn't said that, and I was just on that channel, later on in life, like there could be something where maybe I want to work with another company, or maybe there's an ex-girlfriend, or there's someone that can find that video, and they can take that video and they can use it as some sort of like weapon against you, right? This is the risk that was there. This was one of the reasons why I wanted to get it taken down, because I didn't have control over where I was on the internet. And the other dangerous thing is too, is that this particular idiot said, you've signed, like, I guess, I don't know what you call it, like an NDA agreement, some papers, right, that says that he's allowed to do whatever he wants with my image or my video. That's the danger there, because he could produce something that he has faked, because obviously nobody would sign an NDA. You know, you go to a company, you pay like thousands and thousands of dollars, full price, no sponsorship, which some people think that there was, full price. You've gone there to find a relationship, not to create videos to endorse his company forever. Like, that's ridiculous. If he had paid me for that, I sign an NDA, I say, yeah, like I'm an actor or I'm a model or whatever you do for like commercials.
Like
but,
David with Lana?
Yeah. But that wasn't what I did. So I did that out of good faith, and in good faith you would like to think it would be taken down. But to be threatened that, you know, the stuff that he was saying and yelling on the phone, it was absolutely crazy. If I was in my office, I would have recorded the whole thing. But what he said at the end of it, he said, so are you going to stop taking those takedowns down? And I said, no, I don't want you to be using my images. I think that that's fair. And he said,
because like honestly, you asked like 10 times.
Oh.
It's not that you was like just doing that out of blue. You called and you asked and you messaged, and like I heard about that so many times. Like I was going to call because like to be honest, like about mafia and stuff, who is the citizen here? Like who is living? Like who is
but this whole thing is a joke. Like I
mean,
know
how can like what kind of man are you
Yes.
to say that out loud? I mean, this is like the kids, when we are teenagers and you are like in a
It's cringeworthy.
drinking beer like first time, you say, I'm
going to get my friend to see
I mean,
you.
oh my God, like how can you say that? Like if you are representing yourself as a man, as like like bringing the company, what is example is that? You thought that it will like
I'm supposed to be. And the thing I said to him, I said, look, if you want to have like a fight, is that what you want to fight? You want to have a fight? And he says, oh no, all I'm telling you is that I know the mafia. It's like you're in like.
But again, like I want to point here that it was like nicely asked about 10 times minimum, and
Very respectful
and we have
messages.
like evidence for that, like asking, please take it down, yes. Now it's not benefit me, and like I think it's a personal video, and I think that the thing here is that yes, we do some testimonials sometimes. You write down something usually on Google Forms, and yes, you can change your opinion, but everywhere you can edit it. Like if you leave a testimonial on Google, like you can always get back there and you can delete it. You can always edit it, or you can add something. There, it's like you
have no control.
You have no control.
And also like the thing is too is like if for some reason this company disappeared into thin air, which could very well happen, I'm stuck on that channel forever. Nothing I can do. Luckily, like YouTube have some pretty flexible ways, especially if you've got your own channel. You can say, this is me, take it down, I'm not interested, and they'll take action pretty fast. Like within 24 hours after all these months of asking, it was done. I told him I didn't want to do it. It would maybe harm, it was his channel. So they did take it down. But here's the risk, is that like if somebody stole that video off him and used it like in this news story, I've got no recourse on that. I'm now Amor, the sex tourist who goes to these and he's not going to go and like say take it down, because he clearly doesn't care about like my reputation whatsoever. And even in the comments, like the comments were so bad, like even about him, like, and it was like, at least clean the comments so that it's like not such a bad video. But the fact that you have zero control over wherever you are on the internet, definitely, like if you later on in the future you start a business or something, and
it can affect you,
and it can affect you, people can use it against you. Like if we do a video, if someone said, can you take down this video because it's affecting my relationship or it's affecting something or whatever, we would take it down. But talk is cheap, right? If I'd asked this guy at the time, will you take this down? Because we were friends. He would say, yeah, of course. So talk is cheap. So why should you believe us? I think the safe bet is to say that we will not interview guys and put them on YouTube channels, because there's a yes, these videos help people get sales, right? They help if we put our clients all over there, every single client, people will talk about how great we are and how much we care and all that sort of stuff, and it will be good for us. But at some time in the future, at least one of them is going to come into some sort of problem or trouble. And imagine if like something happens to me and Luba, like we get beamed up by aliens and we're off the face of this planet. Those videos are stuck online forever. And the way that I think about it, and it's good that this happened this week, right? Because, we were backwards and forwards about it.
Because some guys even want to do it.
They all want to do it. They all say it.
Yeah. And we kind of we're so happy and that we do have guys who really they found their match with us and they want to do a testimonial. And I think it's a wonderful thing. We have a solution for that, of course, we always do. But I want to stop here also, these channels who do the sales out of somebody's videos, I have two bad examples on that as well. So that is the danger of nowadays, because all these pictures that you post, even we talk about VK, it's funny, it's the social media that was kind of a Facebook but in Ukraine, and then they block it because it was Russian anyway. So everybody making fun that now, I didn't check, but they say that you now can go into this social media, and everybody is shamed because our generation was the one when it's actually pop up. I think it was 16 when it started, and so all our pictures with the pimples and stuff is there. So we kind of
it's like a time capsule.
Yeah, and now if you will be able to Google and you can find all these pictures, it's kind of from one hand it can be funny, but imagine all these companies now on LinkedIn, they do this search for the guys who are IT, they do this general very very serious search. So this is really important to not be shown anywhere. And the videos that they post, just want to say, the videos that they post, like it causes problems for girls and for the guys, because I have a very successful businessman guy, really literally millionaire, and yes, he would like to try to find his destiny like this, so he would like to try it on one of these events. And so I usually, like, you've been there several times, I put like not just one, like 3 these red dots on him to just make sure that nobody.
What does the red dot do?
Red dot is like not taking video of me.
If he's at like a social or something, they put a red dot and the camera doesn't.
The camera. And since now he said, like, Luba, what is that? Why I'm on this video? Why I'm on that video? Because of course it's like very difficult to, not track. And like you've seen it, like he was so upset, nothing we can do about that. And the girls, if this videos was like, if the event was in like 2018 and it stayed in 2018, maybe there would be some convince. But they sometimes put the video in 2021, and there one guy found his girlfriend, he found in this video, and he was thinking that it is like now happening. And so, like, how bad all that, like, we never think about that when we do something like that, but I think it's something very important to just like take into consideration.
And a lot of the guys that do these videos, I mean, on other channels that found their wife or whatever it is, like, they're our clients now, and in fact one of them, you recently found a lady for him. And it's not only is it not real, it's used very self-serving for these agencies, and it's to generate revenue for them. And hey, good for them if they've got testimonials. But our concern is that it's going to come back and it's going to haunt someone. But here's the thing, okay? This is the way that we think about it. Is this like if we did video testimonials, whether we talked about relationships that they've started or whether it's just the experience with us, it will increase our sales. There's no two ways about it, because it will show that people have had a good experience with us. But that small benefit that we get would never outweigh the downside of a guy losing a business contract, or somebody using our video against them if maybe for some reason we're not around and we can't change that. And that, having gone through it, it would for me to put somebody else through that. Like, it would be so like bad, and also, like, I think that I know that the guys that make these videos, they have the best intentions, and that if you do it, it's like you really want to help your fellow man, and they know that, and they'll tell you, it's a great idea. When I did this one which I've been trying to get down, the owner of the company was like off to the side, and I was going, well, I don't really know what to say, and he was saying, well, tell them that, like, the ladies, like, they're legit. Okay, so I made a video, the ladies are all legit, and I tried to put everything into it, to help him. He was kind of new. But one thing that I think about that is that, like, if we ever made a video and we said to our clients, like, tell them the ladies are legit, like, then we have failed. Because the problem is that pointing out that we have legit ladies is like comparing us to the trash that's in the gutter, And some of these, and by having a client saying, don't worry, these ladies are legit, but those ones aren't. Like, it's kind of like, it's like walking along and you see the trash and the dirty water in the gutter, which is the scammers, and you say, hey, look down there, guys, there's like trash and slimy water and it's gross down there, but we're not like that. So for us, like, if you come to us and you are looking to find a legitimate lady, that's what you'll be presented with. You don't go to a car yard and the guy selling the car says, all of our cars, they actually all work, because you assume that they would work. So having our clients say that, the ladies are legit, it's almost like an insult to us. Like, we don't believe that we need to have clients convincing you that that's the case. If you trust us, you'll come with us and you'll find out.
I'm more into like, sharing experience, encouraging to.
But that's what we were divided with, because we always said, like, even when you interviewed Ali, you said Striker's been through problems in the past. Do not talk about your relationships, but how was your experience with us? And so we think that was okay, but even that on YouTube in association with us can still be problematic. So we did actually think about a way that would sort of self-destruct these videos in case anything happened to us, and that would be, we would embed them only on a page on our website. So if anything happened to Luba and I, God forbid, the website would expire and those videos would self-destruct. So, but one thing that I was thinking about the other day, when all of this like blew up, and don't forget, like, this is like somebody yelling at me who I thought kind of was a friend at the start, telling me that, like, the mafia is going to come and you better watch your back, all because I wanted to take down a video that was endorsing his company, But one thing that I thought about the other day after this, right, was that you and one of our clients last year, you guys did a video interview, right? And it was You did it on your iPhone, spur of the moment. You know, you set it up. It was kind of bad lighting, but you could see the video, and you sent it to me. And you said, I've done an interview with the client. I downloaded it from our Google Drive, and I had a cup of tea, and I sat back, and I thought, oh, this will be interesting. And I watched the video, and you guys were like laughing and joking, and you guys were carrying on about, no doubt that's how the whole interaction was throughout the whole trip, having a lot of fun. And then something like changed, right? And you asked him, what makes us different from the other companies? Because he'd used the other popular companies, and you saw in his face, he paused, and he got choked up, like he was like, wanted to like say something, you know, like he couldn't talk. And what he said after a bit of a break, he said to you, you want to know the difference? The difference is that you care. And when he said that, like you also became
crying for some reason.
You also became like emotional, like you were like, oh, like you were shocked by it. I was sitting there drinking my tea. I almost did a what? Like I also became emotional of it. And yes,
Happy prayer.
And yes, we could cut that up, cut the end off, cut this up, put some like nice music to it, put a title on it. Man finally does whatever. But I think that there was something special about that moment that I think should stay there. You know, I don't think it should be used to like put on the internet as a thumbnail of the client. I think it should stay there with him and with you and kind of with me, but I was on the other side of the country. But with our company, like he had a shitty time with these other companies that didn't care about him. Then he found someone that does care. I don't think that they should be used to make money. That's what I believe. I don't think it should. I think it should stay there, and that's it. We saw it, we know it. Why does that need to be put on as a fucking spectacle on the internet? I don't think it does. And I think that in itself is part of what we were. And when I saw it, I was like, I was shocked. I had like the goosebumps. I was like, holy shit! Like we did this. Like that's insane. You know. So I think that in itself is quite special. So I think that those special moments should stay there. I don't think they should be used as a spectacle. And they should not be used against someone. And if somebody wants to take it down, they get threatened with physical violence, you know? I just think it's wrong. I think that people do things out of good faith. They want other men to be successful. And I just think that, you know, there's too much self-serving bullshit that's in this industry, you know? And I think it sucks, you know? That's kind of my rant for the day. Where did we go with that? I completely forgot. But yeah, I mean, all I'm saying to you guys, like, if you use us, or if you use us, we'll know exactly what's going to be going on. But if you use some of those, these companies that are out there, you go with them and they say, hey, you know, would you like to do like a video, like you could really help? This is what I would say. I reserve my right to sort of do that. Like, I appreciate that, but I like to be a private person. Even though the emotion is there that you want to go and you want to help other people, believe you me, the only person that you are helping, because there are so many interviews out there and your relationship may not even go ahead and you may have problems with future relationships and all sorts of stuff, you're not helping anyone but the person that you paid full price to. Okay, remember that. They will exploit it, they will use you just to make more money for themselves. And when you do ask them to take it down, they'll tell you that you better watch your back, perhaps, maybe.
I mean, of course, if you completely don't care, like if you completely have no like private, like personal life and you don't really care and you don't mind, then of course agree for that. But for us, like, I don't know if you said about the website that, you know, it's like YouTube is really like, can't even imagine what will happen like in the future with all these videos and all these like things. But for example, like I was thinking, like we was kind of discussing and finding the solution, like guys want to do a testimonial, and you know, I know that this year, and like especially when the COVID please go away, when everything will be fine, like I will fly to US. I know that I will visit, and like we probably will go together, we'll attend the weddings, and probably we will want to do videos about that. And I know that a lot of guys like kind of curious about that, they got inspired by that, and you know, they believe that it is possible, and they see, you know, what kind of girl the guy got, like, and etc. It's cool. And you know, like did you say about the website, like if it is on a website, at least, you know, it can expire, you know, if nobody,
that's the idea. Like if something happened to us, like the website hosting would not be renewed, it would expire and it would be gone. It wouldn't be stuck on there. And the thing is, with that news station that they did the video about me, I did a takedown and I said it was at this point, I'm wearing this, it's from my channel, like the video was still on my channel, and YouTube came back and said we can't see any problem. And it was like, okay, I understand like fair use.
It was at the beginning when, like, because your channel was not that popular, or what?
No. I think it was just fair use. Like, you can take stuff from the internet, you can use it, but don't change the context. But they took it and changed the context, and so that was my argument. But it was in Russian, and maybe they couldn't understand it. But that was the risk, you know. The new one, which I had to take down, it was clearly obvious that like it was me. I didn't endorse this company, and I didn't want them on the internet, and it fell into my favor, which was lucky. But for some reason, maybe YouTube said, "Oh no, you know, we don't think we should take those down," and they would be up there forever. And it would be horrible if, you know, future partner, marriage, whatever, parents of wife, kids see it, whatever. Like, it's devastating. Like, it can ruin a man's life. Like, it literally could ruin a man's life just because he wanted to do something that was, you know, useful for other men, you know. And I think it's
think about what you're doing. Like, we just aware you because like these things happen to us, and we definitely, you know, we share our experience, and it's not just about dating, you know. Guys calling us, and we are super happy. Thank you so much. And we share our experience, and, you know, like, we're planning to start this new channel, and I'm sure that there would be even more, you know, experience that we will be able to share, like life experience, especially in Ukraine, when, you know, I wish that there would be more regulation about stuff, but sometimes we are lacking that. I think I think that in a couple of years, like, we're getting better and we're getting closer to whatever you want to call European Union or whatever. So just watch your back. Just watch.
What? Yeah, you better watch your back.
Watch your back, guys.
Yeah.
Just you know, make smart decisions. And this video probably was a little bit unusual. For
It's
us.
strange. Yeah, it's something we've been talking about lately. I mean, and it was, you know, like, I know the guy who you know, threatened me, and he's like a complete goofball. And if you know who he is, you'll understand how there's no way that this guy's been integrated into the underbelly of the mafia. But the fact that he said that and as a threat,
it's a weak.
But like, if I was like a 65-year-old man, like, and I believed that, I would be scared. You know,
I talked to people in that city. We don't want, like, you know, we don't like to say names, and I was talking to people in that city, and, you know, unfortunately the feedback is not perfect. So like, I think that the worst what you can do is threat somebody with something. It's like, it's the worst, like, what you
it's
can.
Weak. It's a sign of weakness.
It's weakness and scariness, and like.
But it's a sign of weakness, not because, like, if he said, I want to fight you. Okay, let's go. Let's have a fight for whatever reason. But the fact that he's made up like an imaginary person to scare someone, it's like, it's just a terrible thing to do. And remember, it's only because I wanted to control where I am on the internet. That's what it is. That's it.
So guys, we hope that you enjoyed this video, even though it was very different. And if there is something that you want to share with us, if you have a question or you need help with something, like maybe taking down the video or whatever, like, you know, finding somebody, please give us a call, and we will be super happy to talk to you, help you. And guys, spring is here. Just come on board of Heart Rocket, and let's plan your trip. We see you next time.
We'll see you next time.